Hey guys, it's 101 Smith. I'd like to wish everyone a happy and successful new year, and I'd like to start off the return of my channel in 2018 with not that of a whimper, but with a bang. And today we are going to be looking at the brand new perfect grade Gundam Exia.
The eradication of war through force! That is celestial being! And the Gundam will do it! Together with me! That's what I am! What all of us are, we're Gundams!
Here we are with the perfect grade Gundam Exia in celebration of the 10th anniversary of Gundam 00 and the 20th anniversary of the perfect grade line. We have seen so many renditions of Exia over the years. High grade, master grade, real grade, metal build, third party, resin, bootlegs. There's just so many different versions of the Exia that you'll just blow your mind out of the water with how many there are in the world. And we have finally reached the limit. The sky's the limit. We have finally reached that limit with the perfect grade. And, you know, with Bandai, they don't really put out perfect grades that much. You get a brand new perfect grade once every 3 to 5 years. It's been 3 years since the perfect grade Unicorn, and we're going to see with this kit how Bandai put all the stops into one of their best and most iconic Gundam kits with Exia. What have they learned from Unicorn that could have been done better here? What can they do to break the mold of what a perfect grade is? So, with that out of the way, let's open up the box and see what we have here. Now in this video, I'm not going to show every single runner here because it would take all day. However, I'm going to try to show you guys the highlights of what you're going to get. First, you're going to see here that you're getting this very clear lime green piece of clear plastic. And you're going to get a very smoke black clear plastic, and that's going to help the clear pieces pop. Then you're going to get these strips of silicone pieces that will be used for the LEDs. And with the chrome pieces, they are in the same make of the Master Grade Hyakushiki 2.0. So they're not chrome, but they'll do good. And then you're going to get this really dark lime green clear pieces for the GN shields, which will be shown off later. With the white in this kit, you'll be getting a regular white and a bone white, which is very reminiscent of the real grades. And again, you're going to get silicone pieces for the shoulders, which is, I don't think I've seen that in a perfect grade before. Big elephant in the room is that you're going to get normal stickers instead of water slides, which is disappointing for a perfect grade. And here you have the base, which is again a bit reminiscent of the perfect grade Unicorn and will house the LED units. Finally, we have here the inner frame pieces for the perfect grade Exia, and I'm very happy to report that it's all brand new. Nothing is recycled from the perfect grade 00 Riser. Opening up the manual, and you're going to get over 60 pages here, chalked with not only instructions on how to build, but also CGI renders of the perfect grade Exia, as well as information about not only Exia, but the world of 00 as well. The artwork is very beautifully detailed and has translations in perfect English. So after you're building it and you want to read more about what goes into the Exia, I highly suggest opening it and keeping it as a keepsake. I would say that this is very well done and a very good representation from Bandai. Now let's put all the pieces together and see how this perfect grade is out of the box. All built up, and now we have the perfect grade Gundam Exia. This thing looks phenomenal out of the box, and the two tones of blue and white really help it to stick out. Now you guys need to know going in that this is not your anime accurate Exia. Several redesigns were taken with this kit, including a smaller head and feet, beefier legs, and bigger shoulders. And while it might hurt some Exia purists, I think it really helps in this kit. This thing looks like a machine brought to life with all of its detail built into it off the bat. And this thing just looks in itself phenomenal. Now, while it looks phenomenal, let's see what a perfect grade Exia can do. Let's take a look at articulation now and see how this moves all together structurally. Okay, let's start at the head. Now, it can go up and down and can go 360, no problem. However, I will say that you need to be a little bit mindful of the antennas on the sides, and to be mindful that it could be a little stiff after you move it after the first time, but it gets better afterwards. The shoulder gets you a very wide range, both back and forth, and this thing can go 360, absolutely no problem. You're going to get a very beautiful and simple 180 and a wrist swivel that goes one. Now with the side pieces, you'll be able to notice as you move it side to side, they will move in conjunction to how you move it. However, sometimes they can get a little stuck. And you're going to get it a little decent up and forward. The front and the back skirts can move no problem, and you can move the beam sabers up and slide them to the side. You're going to get a very easy yet beautiful double jointed knee, and this thing just moves so easily and works with you. The ankle armor can move in conjunction with the feet, and you get a wide range while being able to stand, which is one knock I've always had with the Master Grade. By and large, this is a great improvement. Now we need to talk about accessories, and there are a plethora of accessories. First, we need to talk about the hands. This is the first ever perfect grade standard release that comes with not only the articulated hands, but arms used for different types of situations. For example, the kit suggests that you use these relaxed clenched hands for the beam saber so you can get more accurate poses. With the beam sabers, not only do you get the standard length, but you're going to get the beam daggers as well. And you'll be able to pose them fairly well with this kit. Next, you're going to get the GN long and short blades, and these things look phenomenal. The added detail with the chrome pieces, as well as clear green pieces with silver foils, makes this thing very detailed, and it looks amazing when posing. Now, with one added detail, just like with any other Exia, you can be able to store the GN short and long blades onto the sides. Very easily so, like this. But they can get a little bit of a hindrance once in a while. Of course, you're going to get the GN sword. And this thing is phenomenal. While it is a little bit heavy, if you can pose it and use both of the elbow joints, you can hold it to full extension. However, that does not apply to side extension. And of course, you're going to get the standard GN shield. But it has a little bit of a gimmick that I feel stole a little bit from the unicorn. See, when you pull it out, you're going to see these clear green pieces with silver foils, just like in the GN long and short blades. It pops out really well and adds more detail, but I still feel like it's a little bit of a ripoff from Unicorn. Next, we have the stand that comes with the Perfect Grade Exia. Regardless of whether you pick the normal or the lighting version, this will always come with any of those two versions. Obviously, with the lighting version, this will be used to house the LED units. But as well, even if you don't have the LED units, this has another purpose. In the back here, you can store almost all of Exia's excess accessories, so if you don't want to pose it, it can be hidden underside. And of course, it can also hook up to Exia, not only for LED actions, but you can adjust the stand to it so it can pose. And it looks really good, but it's going to take up a lot of space. The stand also has a little bit of an arm that can use to hose the GN drive. And again, if you had the LED version, you can have its own special connection there. One final gimmick, which is a bit of a throwback to older style Perfect Grades, is the open hatch gimmick. You can open up the armor bits in the parts of the legs, shoulders, and chest. Say in like a maintenance mode, let's say Exia came back from a fight and needs some maintenance. I think this will satisfy any of the old school Perfect Grade fans, and while it does take some ideas from Unicorn, again, it just looks phenomenal. Even the GN drive has a bit of an open hatch gimmick as well. Say like in the final episode of 00 when he's powering up against the O Gundam. So, there are a lot of things to take away with this kit. And I will say that, in my opinion, I think that this is the greatest Perfect Grade since the Perfect Grade strike 13 years ago. And here's why. This takes a very popular and iconic suit, like the Exia, and really gives it a new dimension. Again, it takes a brand new design from its base anime form, which may be off-putting to a lot of big Exia fans. But again, I feel that this was for the better and not for the worse. This has so much articulation, it can move almost how and whenever you want it to be. This thing is pretty much a builder's dream in terms of detail. And even if you want to paint this thing, you could come up with so many different ideas. The possibilities are endless. This is a very phenomenal game. Now, when it comes to the lighting version, my one gripe about this thing is that I wish Bandai would have made it optional and not pretty much make you choose off the bat whether or not you want the LEDs. Personally, I regret not being able to afford it, but I just can't afford it. You're almost going to be paying double for this thing. 2 Exias for 1 LED, which I do think is a lot better than the Perfect Grade Unicorns LEDs, but unfortunately I just could not justify the price, though I am kicking myself for not having those LEDs. In the instruction manual, Bandai tells you to place the silver foil stickers in the clear and silicone pieces, which has me hoping that in the future Bandai will include the LEDs as its own separate release, so I'm crossing my fingers there. This is a phenomenal kit, and even in its base form, you're going to be paying under $200. It won't really break the bank if you can save up for it, and I just have nothing but praise for this thing. This is what I think is the new standard for perfect grade Gundam kits, and I really hope that Bandai doesn't go a little too crazy with the P-Bandais. I know this thing has a lot of potential. The repair parts are already going to be coming in March. Repair 2, Repair 3, Estrella. The possibilities are endless, which is another reason why I can see why Bandai chose to use this. 2 thumbs up, 2 devil horns. This thing is amazing. Please get this for all my fans out there. I'm Smith. I will see you later. Peace!